Hello everyone and welcome back to another top 10 video with one of my favorite Jedi from the Clone Wars and prequels era in Plo Koon. This character had a small part in the prequel movies, however his story really developed throughout the Clone Wars to become one of the most intelligent Jedi in the galaxy. Number 1. Plo Koon was one of the most respected and calm Jedi Masters in the Jedi Order. Plo Koon comes from a race called Keldor. The Force runs strong in Plo Koon's family, as for centuries many became powerful Force users. Plo Koon and his niece, Sha Koon, both shared a telepathic bond with each other. However, Sha Koon would survive Order 66 and see what Anakin Skywalker would soon become. Darth Vader hunted down a lot of the surviving Jedi and encountered Sha Koon. She was able to get a few shots on Vader with a couple of her traps, but soon Vader would get the best of their duel and defeat her. As she was dying, she had a vision of Anakin Skywalker's redemption, Emperor Palpatine's death, and restoring the beginning of a new Jedi Order. Number 2. Plo Koon was an excellent detective and problem solver throughout the Clone Wars. He basically was like the Sherlock Holmes of Star Wars. He was able to find clues that most people couldn't find. This allowed him to lead many missions throughout the Clone Wars. Something that I've always wondered was with how smart Plo Koon was. If he was able to live a little bit longer, could he have been able to discover that Chancellor Palpatine was indeed a Sith Lord? Number 3. Plo Koon is Dave Filoni's favorite character in Star Wars and was in command of the Wolf Squadron. Plo Koon was not the same as all the other Jedi when it came to the creation of the clone army. Many Jedi Masters found clones useless or expendable during the war. Plo Koon never believed this, and in some of his missions, he would do whatever it took to save as many clones as possible. Plo Koon believed that his clones' lives meant more to him than completing the mission. Number 4. Plo Koon was the one to find Ahsoka Tano. After the Battle of Naboo, Jedi Masters scoured all over the galaxy to find Force users and bring them back to the Jedi Temple to strengthen their abilities in the Force. On one of his missions, Plo Koon was near the planet Chile as he heard rumors of a powerful young Togruta Force user. This is where he found a young 3-year-old Ahsoka Tano and brought her back to the Jedi Temple. Ahsoka would soon become a Padawan of Anakin Skywalker. Plo Koon and Ahsoka kept in touch with each other throughout the Clone Wars and was almost like a second master to Ahsoka. They both would grow and have a strong bond with each other. I think that if Plo Koon was able to survive Order 66, that he would probably have searched around the galaxy for Ahsoka Tano to make sure she was safe. Number 5. Plo Koon could shoot out yellow Force lightning. Plo Koon was one of the very few Jedi Masters that was able to use this Force ability without being tempted by the dark side of the Force. The Jedi Master never wanted this Force ability to be able to kill anyone. Plo Koon was always calm and collected and never allowed his powers to get out of control, unlike most Sith. Plo Koon would meditate over if he should keep this power, and eventually, after much thought, he decided to keep his Force abilities. This ability was soon later called Electric Judgment, and that is how it got its yellow color. Number 6. Plo Koon wore a protective mask. Plo Koon wore the mask to lower surrounding oxygen levels to be able to survive in different environments away from Duron. The mask helps block chemicals like carbon dioxide and nitrogen that could be deadly for Plo Koon to breathe in. Also, the mask helped elevate his voice to make it louder for others to hear. The goggles came with the mask and provided protection from the dusty planet atmosphere of Duran. This is how Plo Koon was able to breathe in space and not die. Number 7. Plo Koon was the master of fighting style lightsaber Form 5, also known as Shin Dim So, as this form was used in both offensive and defensive in the battlefield. On most of Plo Koon's missions, he was always ready for an attack. Not so much for solving any problems diplomatically, like a politician. This made him a powerful Force user and hard to defeat. This is the same fighting style that Anakin Skywalker would soon master as well. Number 8. Darth Maul wanted to face off against Plo Koon, as he saw him as a worthy opponent to duel. Darth Maul wanted to prove to his master that he was worthy enough to defeat the best Jedi Masters in the Jedi Order. During one of the very first times Darth Sidious took Darth Maul to Coruscant to look at the Jedi Temple, Darth Sidious used the dark side to cloak both of them so that the Jedi would not sense their presence. Darth Sidious would tell Darth Maul to make note of the Jedi Knights and Jedi Masters to see which one he would like to test his skills against. Darth Maul considered Mace Windu and Plo Koon to be worthy adversaries to test his abilities with the dark side of the Force. Unfortunately, we never got to see this duel in live action or in the Clone Wars, but I think that would be a very interesting video to make. What if Darth Maul faced against Plo Koon? Number 9. Plo Koon captures Boba Fett after Mace Windu and Anakin Skywalker were badly wounded on the planet Vancor. Plo Koon and Ahsoka left for a rescue mission to save the two Jedi. Ahsoka would soon discover that Aurra Sing, a bounty hunter accompanied by Boba Fett, killed one of Ahsoka's companions on the planet Florum. Plo Koon went into the bar first to find Sing at the table. As soon as Plo Koon sat at the table, Boba Fett came out of hiding and put a gun towards Plo Koon's head. Ahsoka was stealthy enough to get behind Sing and held her lightsaber towards her neck. Sing was able to break free and kick the table from underneath, and this left Boba Fett to be all alone and take him into custody on Coruscant. Number 10. Plo Koon died during Order 66. Plo Koon was one of the best fighter pilots in the galaxy, but nothing could prepare him for when Order 66 began. Plo Koon was assigned to lead a campaign on Cato Nemoidia to drive out the last remnants of the Separatist droid army. Unaware of the danger laid ahead for the Jedi Master, his squadron of ARC-170 starfighters began shooting towards Plo Koon's ship. Plo Koon's craft was shot and the engines exploded, causing the ship to crash land on the planet and killing the Jedi Master. Thank you guys so much for watching this top 10 video. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, and maybe I will do a part 2 with how fascinating Plo Koon is in the Star Wars universe. Let me know which Star Wars character you guys want to see me do next in a top 10 video, and I will see you in the next one.